First Timothy's. First Timothy's chapter 2. Salat. Chapter 2, verse 5. For there is one power and one mediator between Yahweh and men, the man YAHAWASHI Hamashiach. I like to give all prayers and honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua Ba'Hashem HaKadosh, the Warrior Ba'Hashem Yahushua, for giving us the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who deserved our honors, rightfully so. Shalom to the Akim, pushing the word in sincerity and truth, and being faith-based and being prepared for what is to come. And what is to come? Race wars, famine, concentration camps, dogfight, the Egypt, which the mark of the beast. 200 million missiles in the souls of the knock. Simultaneously, the church of the Lord lifted the hopeful elect into the chambers. Simultaneously, the church of the Lord shooting laser beams at the ungodly and the heathens, rightfully so. I'll be right to the Lord take the course of this video. Just a vessel seeking salvation out of this filthy place, spiritually known as Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt, Babylon, and all the filthy customs they have taken upon. Right now the time is 5:55 a.m. in the morning. Sunday, June 8th, 2025, the hopeful year of our deliverance and destruction and judgment on our Shashua. I was watching a video and it sparked this video. I was thinking about it all night. I had to go to sleep, so I woke up and it was still on my mind. And yeah, so there's no going around the mediator. There's no going around the mediator. You need the go-between. You need Yahushua. The only way, he is the only begotten son, Yahushua. Okay, so I just read that verse. That was the first verse that came to the forefront. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 verses. I'm gonna see how the Spirit guides me with these verses. It's all about guidance. Number 1. 2 Timothy, chapter 2. Shalakia. It's about guidance, and you need guidance back to Yahweh. And the only one that can guide you is Yahushua. He is the shepherd, the first shepherd, the head shepherd. The head shepherd, Bible verse, King James Version. First Peter chapter 5, verse 4. For when the chief shepherd shall appear, ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away. And that chief shepherd is Yahushua. When he appears, that's when you're gonna get your glory. All right, so like my computer's acting kind of weird for a second. I don't know what the hell I'm seeing. That's the Spirit though, because you're battling against all types of elements. The spirit world, the demons is talking crap, the angels is rooting for you, and you could potentially be one. That's the model. That's the slogan I stick to. I brought this on. I am one, and hey, I'm just contending for the faith. And I heard something, seen something. I said, wow, okay, this is something I gotta talk about. So I just want to see this. I want to read this verse again. Oh, 5. Because YAHAWASHI is going to appear, man. And when he does, man, this is when you better hope and pray um, that he's speaking on your behalf. But that's what I'm hoping for. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Just wanted to see this verse. Shall appear. When he appears, man, it's gonna be level up, bro. It's gonna be on top of a chariot. This is, and he was chief. He was the shepherd back then, guiding us through the wilderness. 40 years, 40 years, right? 40 years, and it was a recycling going on of the flesh because everybody didn't make it out. Caleb and Joshua was the only one that made it out of that recycling of the flesh. Because the spirit always to be there, but people went to the spirit world. The spirit went to the spirit world, and the flesh went back into the ground, and they made babies again, and the spirit came back into those fleshes, into the new flesh through the loins of a man, into a woman, and the baby, not 10 months, and you know the rest of the story. So you can get graphic, but if you're not in tune with making babies, then you are out of your mind. That's why a man and woman is necessary. Matthew chapter 25, verse 31. When the Son of Man shall appear in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. He's going to appear. This is what we're waiting for. This is what we're patiently waiting for. This is why we're doing this. For YAHAWASHI. For him to come when he get back. We're praising him. We're doing what John did for him back then. Making the way. Right? Comforting the people. That's the first step we're doing. We're comforting his people. And we're telling you what's coming. How this is going to go down. This just jumped on my mind too. Just that one verse. This is one word in this verse. I want to see real fast. So Salakia. I know it's 40. Yep. Isaiah chapter 40 verse 3. The voice of him that crieth in the wilderness, prepare ye the way of the Lord, Yahweh Yahushua, make it straight in the desert a highway for our power. And that's what we're doing. All right, we are making we are out here preparing the way for YAHAWASHI. Okay, Yahweh is going to send back YAHAWASHI. And how are we doing that? Let's go up a couple of verses. So we just talk. Isaiah chapter 40 verse 1. Comfort ye, my people, say the Lord Yahushua. That's what we're doing. We're comforting the people. We're telling you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we got the breakthrough. Okay? And YAHAWASHI is the one that's made it what's that word? That we're gonna say that justified us. Okay? He's the reason why. He built the bridge. We found out it was a dramatic, it was very dramatic, bro. Getting put on a cross, getting beat. Can you imagine that? These are things that his servant is gonna go through too. Those that's gonna be that's standing stiffly for YAHAWASHI, they're gonna go through this too. And it's gonna be a glorious moment. You know, if you're one of his, man, you're gonna always be talked about. You're gonna be in the galaxies. It's gonna be hey, when that ceremony happens up there in the spirit world on the chariot, how that ceremony gonna be? You're gonna be talked about for how long you're gonna be talked about. Each 144,000 man is gonna get their moment if you're a predestinated one. because of Yahawashi, the mediator. You can't go around the mediator. The go-between. He is the go-between between Yahweh and man. He's the one. In order for you to get your recognition through Yahawashi is the only way. It tells you this is what a part of you getting your recognition. It tells you, right? It tells you what it says. It says the headline reads for this chapter, the greatness of Yahweh. I just want to see what this verse is. See, powerful. Comfort ye, my people, say the Lord Yahawashi. Speak ye comfortably to your Rosh Shalom, the city of peace. The people is the peace. The people is the people before the place. And cry unto her that her welfare is accomplished, that her iniquities is pardoned, for she has received of Yahweh hand double for all her sin. And that's how that happened. Through our mediator. Yahawashi is the reason why it's been accomplished. Right? The voice of him that crieth in the wilderness, prepare for way. The one that cried in the wilderness is the prophets. Right now it's happening. John back then he prophesied in the woods. In the wilderness. We're doing it on the highways and byways. We're crying, we're making the way. Prepare ye the way for Yahweh. Make straight in the desert a highway for our power. And that's what we're doing. Okay? And that's the level up moment. That's what we've been looking for. That's the breakthrough. And it's hard for these people to see it because they're looking for something else to be, but they're going to find out it's not. Alright? So you are doing the due diligence of Yahawashi when you're doing this well. When you're doing what you're doing now, and this verse. Let's see what it is. So we got the breakthrough. This is why it's challenging, because we see other individuals saying something that is not, and that's what these people are out here doing. We got the Genesis gang. We got Nathaniel Ray's gang. We got John Rehan and them. We got the Creflo Dollars, T.D. Jakes. Got all types of individuals saying what it's not. They're not preparing the way for Yahawashi. And we are. John is it. They said that John is not a prophet. He was not with Yahawashi. Yes, he was. He was making the way. Okay. So. Let's read some of this right here. Matthew chapter 3, verse 1. In those days